Hare Krishna, show the darshan, we now see the darshan of the deities.
Samsaradhava Narani Jaloka Chanaya Karuna Gana Ganatvam Praktasya Kalyana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Varitra Madhya Manasurasena Romancha Kampa Shutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Shri Vigraha Radhana Nichanana Singharatan Mandira Majanadu Yuktasya Bhaktam Sharanyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Yuktasya Bhaktam Sharanyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Chaturvidasi Bhagavat Prasada Sadvana Chipta Hari Bhakta Sangha Chaturvidasi Bhagavat Prasada Sadvana Chipta Hari Bhakta Sangha Kidvaiva Chiptim Bhajuto Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Shri Radhika Madhava Yodapara Madhurya Lila Gunarupanamna Pratikshana Swadhanalulupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Pratikshana Swadhanalulupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Nikunjayono Ratikele Sedai Yayalibe Yuktera Pikshaniya Nikunjayono Ratikele Sedai Yayalibe Yuktera Pikshaniya Tatra tirasya rati valabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Shakshadari Tena Samasta Sasri Yutasata Bhavyata Eva Sadvi Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Nagati Katopi Gayam Subham Tasya Yasya Sri Sanyam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Shri Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pastatya Desha Tarini Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vinasi Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Gadadhar Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Advaita Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Raya Namah Krishnaya Devaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan Gopal Govinda Ram Hare Raya Namah Krishnaya Ravaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan Gopal Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra Jaya Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Gora Hare Bol. Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandra Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parvikacharya Astota Star Sri Srimad Bhagavatam Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parvikacharya Astota Star Sri Srimad Bhagavatam Srila Bhaktisanta Goswami Maharaj Ki Anant Koti Vaishnavin Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Nama Srila Shahidas Thakur Ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrinadam Maturam ki jai, Brihat Madanga ki jai, Sam Veda Bhakta Vinda ki. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the Samdevatis. All glories to the Samdev devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Pralada Lada Dayane.
Pralada Lada Dayane.
Shila Tankanaka Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shila Tankanaka Dayane Eto Nashimha Parato Nashimha
Ito Nashima Parato Nashima.
Yato Yato Yamitato Nashimha
Yato Yato Yamitato Nashima.
Bahir Nashimha Ridair Nashimha
Aye Nashima Idaye Nashima.
Narashinga Madim Charanam Prapade
Narasimha Manim Saranam Prapade.
Avakara Kamaravare Naka Abhuta Shimha Dalita Iranya Kashipu Tano Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Avakara Kamala Vare Naka Abhuta Shimha Alita Iranya Kashipu Tano Bringa Keshavadita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare.
Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Sringadev Bhagwan ki Prahlad Maharaj ki Gaura Pramanande Hari Hari
శరణాలో तारा बंक्षा पोना तुम्हारा शरणालो तारा बंक्षा पोना कृपा करी करो तारे वृंदावन वासे कृपा करे करो तारे वृंदावन वासे मोराए अबीला विलास कुंजाय दियो मोराए अबीला विलास कुंजाय दियो नयनयने बोषदा योगलारु परासे नयनयने बोषदा योगलारु परासे ये निवेदन गर सखी अनुगत करो ये निवेदन गर सखी अनुगत करो ये निवेदन गर सखी सेवाधिकार जन करो जन दासे सेवाधिकार जन करो जन देना कृष्णा दासे को ये मेरा मोरा देना श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेम सदा निवासे श्री राधा यानी कानी चपा पानी ब्रह्म हत्यादि कानी चा तानि तानि प्राणा संते प्रदस्तेन पदे पदे यानि तानि तानि प्राणा संते प्रदस्तेन पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणासन्ते प्रदस्तेन पदे पदे यानि संते प्रदर्शन पदे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्म हत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणा संते प्रदर्शन पदे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Jaya Brindaya Devi Jaya Bhakti Devi Jaya Brinda Devi Jaya Bhakti Devi Jaya Brinda Devi Jaya Bhakti Devi Jaya Brinda Devi Jaya Bhakti Devi Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaye Keshavascha Vishnu Bhakti Parti Devi Satyavate Namo Namah Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaye Keshavascha Vishnu Bhakti Parti Devi Satyavate Namo Namah Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaye Keshavascha Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaye Keshavascha Vishnu Bhakti Parti Devi Satyavate Namo Namah
It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we're always anxious. Nam namakari bahurani ja sarva saktis tatra pitani amita smaranena kalam etari shitava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdaiva nideshani anjani nanuragam. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds of millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate I have no attraction for them. Trenarapi sanechena tarapi sahisnuna amanena manadena kirtanya sadahari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Nadanam najanam na sundarim kavitam va jagarisha kamaye mama janmani janmaneshware bhavaratad bhaktirahoitike tvayi. Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your constant devotion and service birth after birth. Ayanandatanoja kinkaram patitanamam vishamabam bado kripaya tava parapankaja stitaduli sarasham vichintaya. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I'm your eternal servitor, yet somehow or the other I fall into this ocean of birth and death. Please Pick me from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Nayanam gadala shuraraya varanam gadgadaduraya gira pulakarvichitam vapukara tam namne ganina pavishyate. O my Lord, will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy names? Will my voice choke up and when the hairs of my body stand an end at recitation of your holy names? Yogaitam name sena chakshusha pravisaitam sunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahirame. O Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in this world and absence. Asli sava paranatam parastamam adarshanam arpahatam karotava yata tatava vidatolam pato matpranataslu sevana paraha. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so. Even if he hands me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me, he's completely free to do anything and everything, for he's always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Sasastik Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bahu Janma Kari Ari Shravana Kirtana Tabutana Paya Krishna Pada Premadhana. If one is infested with 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then, despite his endeavors to chant the holy names for many birds, he will not get the love of Godhead, which is the ultimate goal of this chanting. The 10 offenses against chanting the holy name of the Lord are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives to propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in persons of the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna's imagination. 6. To give some interpretation of the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy names. 8. To consider chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruit of activities, karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Anyone claims to be Vaishnava devotees of the Lord should carefully guard themselves against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Now let us all offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who can fulfill the desires of everyone just like desire trees and are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Jai.
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Nitai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasudhi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for coming. So today we're continuing reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, and we're reading from the 6th canto, continuing the story of Ajamil. So let me just open this up. Okay, brilliant. Okay. So let me just bring up the verse. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'll just bring up the content. Just give me 1 second. So today we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 6, chapter number 3, entitled Yamaraj Instructs His Messengers. And today we're reading from 13. Am I right? So please repeat after me. Yo nama birvachi janam nijayam. Yo nama birvachi janam nijayam. Padnati tantriyam ivadama birga. Yasmai balim ta imanama karma. Nibandha baddhas chakita vahanti. Yo nama birvachi janam nijayam. Badnati tantriyam ivadhama birga. Yasmai balim ta imanem nama karma. Nibandha baddhas chakita vahanti. Yo nama birvachi janam nijayam. Badnati tantriyam ivadama birga. Yasmai balim ta imanama karma. Nibandha baddhas chakita vahanti. Nama virvachi janam nijayam. Yasmai balim ta imanama karma. Nibandha baddhas chakita vahanti. Nama virvachi janam nijayam. Yasmai balim ta imanama karma. Nibandha baddhas chakita vahanti. I'll just continue on in interest of time. Ya, he who, nama be, by different names, vachi, to the Vedic language, Janam, all people, Nijayam, which is emanated from himself, Badnati, binds, Tantriyam, to a rope, Iva, like, Damabi, by cords, Gaha, bulls, Yasmai, unto whom, Balim, a small presentation of taxes. They, all of them, ime, these, nama karma, of names and different activities, nibandha, by the obligations, baddha, bound, chakita, being fearful, vahanti, carry. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Just as the driver of a bullock cart ties ropes through the nostrils of his bulls to control them, the Supreme Personality of Godhead binds all men through the ropes of His words in the Vedas, which set forth the names and activities of the distinct orders of human society, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. In fear, the members of these orders all worship the Supreme Lord by offering Him presentations according to their respective activities. Purport. In this material world, everyone is conditioned regardless of who he is. One may be a human being, a demigod, or an animal, tree, or plant, but everything is controlled by the laws of nature, and behind this natural control is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is confirmed by Bhagavad Gita 9:10, wherein Krishna says, Maya Dhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. The material nature is working under my direction and producing all moving and non-moving beings. Thus Krishna is behind the natural machine which works under His control. Apart from other living entities, the living being in the human form of body is systematically controlled by the Vedic injunctions in terms of the divisions of Varna and Ashrama. A human being is expected to follow the rules and regulations of Varna and Ashrama, otherwise he cannot escape punishment by Yamaraj. The point is that every human being is expected to elevate himself to the position of a Brahmana, the most intelligent man, and then one must transcend that position to become a Vaishnav. This is the perfection of life. The Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra can elevate themselves by worshipping the Lord according to their activities. Sve sve karmanya bharata samsiddhim labate naraha. The divisions of Varna and Ashram are necessary to ensure the proper execution of duties and peaceful existence for everyone. But everyone is directed to worship the Supreme Lord who is all-pervading. Yena sarvam idam tatam. The Supreme Lord exists vertically and horizontally, otam protam. And therefore, if one follows the Vedic injunctions by worshipping the Supreme Lord according to one's ability, his life will be perfect. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.13, Atapumbir dvijashreshtas varanashrama vibhagasha svanustitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging his prescribed duties, dharma, according to caste divisions and orders of life, is to please Lord Hari. The Varnashram institution offers the perfect process for making one eligible to return home back to Godhead, because the aim of every Varna and Ashrama is to please the Supreme Lord. One can please the Lord under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, and if one does so, his life is perfect. The Supreme Lord is worshipable, and everyone worships Him directly or indirectly. Those who worship Him directly get the results of liberation very quickly, whereas the liberation of those who serve Him indirectly is delayed. The words Namabir, Vachi are very important. In the Varanashram institution, there are different names: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. The Vak, or Vedic instructions, give directions for all these divisions. Everyone is expected to offer obeisances to the Supreme Lord and perform duties as indicated in the Vedas. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here Srila Prabhupada, his first line from the purports are always very powerful. It's like the first punch. So the first punch that Prabhupada gives in the purport is, he says, everyone in the material world is conditioned. And the Shastra later on comes to tell us that we are conditioned because we have 4 defects. Does anyone remember what the 4 defects of the conditioned soul are? Imperfect senses. Thank you, Prabhupada Dev Prabhu, for beginning with that one. Imperfect senses. Someone else. To cheat others. Illusion. And make mistakes. So if you notice, I've put the 4 defects in this order because sometimes it's described that these defects in one sense follow each other. Because we have imperfect senses, we are subject to become illusioned. And because we're subject to become illusioned, then we have the potentiality to make mistakes. And then what happens is when we make a mistake, what do? We cheat to cover it up. So in one sense, you can say that these are 4 defects, but in one sense, they're all connected. Now, to some extent, the first 3, you can't do much about, right? Even in English language, to say, to err is human. In other words, everyone, because we're human, we make mistakes. So to some extent, even the material world understands we're imperfect, we are illusioned, we make mistakes, what to do. Every human being makes mistakes. But the one thing we are in charge of is we have the decision. When I make a mistake, will I cheat or will I be honest? Therefore, what is the last leg that survives in Kali Yuga? In other words, we have the opportunity to be truthful. Even if we make mistakes, even if we're unclean, even if we're not austere, even if we're sometimes not compassionate, even if we've lost all of our qualities, the one quality we can still have in Kali Yuga is we can be honest. And for the person who is honest, then there is the opportunity of purity. So, here we're reading the 6th canto, and who made a mistake in the 6th canto? The Yamadutas, okay, yeah, that's true. But who made the biggest mistake? Ajamil made the biggest mistake, of course. Prabhu's overlooked Ajamil's mistake, and he's identified the Yamadutas. That's spiritual vision, what to do. Yes, Ajamil has made a mistake. Ajamil has sinned. He sinned. So everyone sins. In the UK, they have national lottery, like the gambling. So on every week before they do all the numbers for the gambling, they have a mantra before the balls are about to roll and the numbers are about to come out. They all pray, God, I know I'm a sinner, but make me a winner. So everyone understands I'm a sinner, but everyone's trying to become a winner. So Rupa Goswami actually explains how does sin come about. Does anyone know what is the root cause of sin? Ignorance. Thank you, Prabhu. Avidya. This is the root cause of sin. And what Sri Rupa says is because we have avidya, then we have something called bijam. What does bijam mean? The seed of sinful desire. And then Sri Rupa says, because we have bijam, then we have the opportunity to perform papam. Papam means sin. And when we perform papam, then what happens is we get karma, reaction. Rupa Goswami explains there are two types of karma. Prarabdha karma and aprarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means the reactions you're suffering now. For example, this body is prarabdha karma. Can't do anything, can't change it. And aprarabdha karma means that which is waiting, is there, is hanging over your head, it's about to happen. Maybe it will happen today, maybe tomorrow, at some point. But then, Rupa Goswami says there is another effect of performing papam. Does anyone know what that is? It's a word beginning with K. It ends in M. It has a T in the middle. Kutam, very good. Kutam. Who said kutam? Do you know what kutam means? Tendency, very good. It means tendency or proclivity. It means once you do a bad activity, you have a tendency to keep doing that activity. For example, someone may break the regulative principles because they think, if I just do it this once, then I'll just get it out of my system and then I'll be fine. But then what happens when you do it once? The tendency is to keep doing it again and again and again. And therefore, kutam makes more bijam, which makes more papam, which makes more karma, which makes more kutam, which makes more bijam. Anyway, you get the point here. This, Rupa Goswami says, is the cycle of sin. So Ajamil is caught in the cycle of sin. So he is questioning, how can I overcome this sin? So if you read the first chapters of the 6th canto, 3 different ways are offered to overcome sin. The first one is known as prayaschita. Anyone know what prayaschita means? Atonement. So atonement deals with sin at this level, karma. Once the karma comes, then you do a prayaschita and that removes the karma. Isn't it? So sometimes they say if you do a bad activity, then you have to do some prayaschitam. Right? You have to give charity or do some sacrifice. But Parikshit rejects this because he says even if you do prayaschitta, it doesn't remove the seed. So he says no to prayaschitta. Then the proposition is given, okay, get it at the root, Guyana. Whoops. Oh no. Okay, lost it. What to do? Okay. Anyway, you saw the diagram. So, prayaschitta, Doesn't work. Then he says, Jnana. Because that removes avidya. And if you remove avidya, it removes bija. So avidya gets to the root. So do you think it's a good idea, of jnana? It's good, right? To some extent. Okay, so Prabhu, Hari Bhakti Prabhu isn't completely satisfied. Haridas Prabhu, sorry. So Haridas Prabhu, what is the solution then, if jnana is not the solution? Bhakti is the solution. That's why I called him Hari Bhakti. He understood. Bhakti is the solution. Haridas, that's Hari Bhakti. Yes, Bhakti is the solution. Because even if you have Gyan, what does the Bhagavatam say? Vidvamsam api karshati. Even a person of knowledge sometimes can become bewildered. You can become karshati even when you have knowledge. That's why on cigarette packets, what does it tell you? Smoking kills. I mean, there's a lot of gyan there. That's a lot of, I mean, you couldn't get more clear gyan than that. There's no cryptic message here. The message is as clear as day. Smoking kills. You don't need to be a PhD to figure it out. But even while reading that, what do people do? Prabhupada said, fire in the mouth. Therefore, Gyan is not enough. You need bhakti. But is bhakti difficult? So basically, Ajamil realizes I need bhakti. But is bhakti difficult? If I tell you tomorrow, Prabhu, just have bhakti, is it easy or is it difficult? It's a process. And what's the process? Say again? Practice bhakti and vairagya. Detachment. Abhyasa vairagya, Prabhu is saying. Good point. And all of these things are contained within Varanashram. Varanashram is not spiritual in and of itself. Varanashram is just a way of life. Natural way of life. But you can follow all the Varanashram, but that doesn't mean you'll be successful. But Varanashram is a support system. So in other words, there are Varnas and there are Ashramas. And if you follow your Varna, you follow your Ashram, you practice, you inculcate detachment, and then you offer it to Krishna, samsidir haritoshanam, then through Varanashram, you can achieve bhakti. And if you achieve bhakti, then all the sinful cycle is immediately terminated. So here, Yamaraj is telling the Yamadutas, everyone is conditioned in the world. Because everyone in the world will commit mistakes. However, everyone in the world has the opportunity to be like a bull. Today you have to conceive of yourself as a bull. Each of us have 2 nostrils. So now in this verse, Krishna, Yamadutas are saying, Yamaraj is saying, a bull has a ring through its nose. And with that ring, the bull is controlled. So similarly, we are like bulls. Bulls can, they can do a lot of damage. Once I was on Brajamandal Parikrama, I was staying in a tent. And in the middle of the night, a bull ran into the tent. Can you imagine? A bull right in the middle of the tent. A bull leaves a lot of damage on its way. So we are like bulls, but what Yamaraj is saying is we can be controlled by the Vedic injunctions. The Vedic injunctions are the injunctions of Varna and Ashram. So if you understand your Varna, you understand your Ashram, and you dedicate it to Krishna, then you can achieve bhakti. And if you can achieve bhakti, then you break the cycle of sin, the cycle of suffering, and more importantly, you develop love for Krishna and you can get out of this material world. And so here, Yamaraj is saying we must follow the Vedic injunctions. They are the great potential. The great potential. The Vak or Vedic instructions give direction for all these divisions. Everyone is expected to offer obeisances to the Supreme Lord and perform duties as indicated in the Vedas. So just to remind you, remember this. Just as the driver of the bullock cart ties ropes through the nostrils of his bulls to control them, the Supreme Lord binds all men through the ropes of his words. So the words are not a limitation. The Vedas and the injunctions are not a limitation. They are a guidance. And if you follow that guidance, then you can become released from the potentiality of performing sin. Otherwise, if you perform pap, sin, it's going to be very difficult. One Sridhar Maharaj, he was saying, one boy joined the Brahmacharya ashram, Indian boy. So he said, for Western people, the main difficulty in coming to Krishna consciousness is mahapap, too many sinful activities. He said for Indians, the main problem is ma-bap. Attachment to mother and father. So whether it's ma-bap or mahapap, sinful reaction is, it binds us to this world. So we have to overcome this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. All right, let me stop there. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, Haridas Prabhu.
We see here in Srila Prabhupada's purport that the point is that every human being is expected to elevate himself to the position of a Brahmana, the most intelligent man, and then one must transcend that position to become a Vaishnava. Of course, when we speak of Varna and Ashram, and one engage in oneself according to one's natural ability, how does this
work? Because not everyone's a Brahmana. Like that, you mean?
Yeah, if one have to be elevate himself to a Brahmana, how, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. I'm happy you asked that. Thank you. So here Prabhupada says everyone should be elevated to the position of a Brahmana. But what about if you're not a Brahmana? What about if you're a Kshatriya? What about if you're a Vaishya? Then what? Does it mean everyone has to become a Brahmana? So, there are two things. To become a Brahmana and to become Brahminical. These are two different things. Become a Brahmana means externally you follow the duties of a Brahmana. Now that may be some people. Some people may do that. Not everyone is externally a teacher. For example, at Bhaktivedanta Manor, we had a devotee who for 30 years cleaned Krishna's toilets every single day. That was his natural. Came very naturally to him. Or we have devotees who milk the cows for, the whole of their life. So by nature, they are not Brahmanas. That is not their Varna. But then what does it mean here? Prabhupada is saying everyone should become a Brahmana. What Srila Prabhupada is explaining is everyone should become Brahminical. And what is Brahminical? Samadhamas tapa saucham kshantir arjavamevacha jnanam vijnanamashtikyam brahma karma svabhavajam. Sama means equanimity. Dhamma means self-controlled. Tapa means austere. Socham, clean. Jnanam, knowledgeable. Vijnanam, realization. Ashtikyam, religiosity. Brahma karma svabhavajam. These are the Brahminical qualities. So if you want to become a devotee, you have to have Brahminical qualities. You can't be unclean and then at the same time develop Shuddha Bhakti. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Right? So therefore, when Prabhupada says everyone should become a Brahmana, Prabhupada is not suggesting that externally everyone changes their varna, but at least everyone should become Brahminically inclined. And therefore this devotee was cleaning the toilets for 30 years, but he also used to give Bhagavatam class. Because in the Krishna consciousness movement, everyone should have Gyan, even if your Varna is something else. Does that make sense? So this is internally the qualities. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that one has to come to the level of Brahmana before getting to be considered a Vaishnava, or from any of the other class one can become.
One has to become Brahminical in the sense of one has to become situated in the mode of goodness. Sattva. See, this is Sattva. And when you're situated in Sattva, Sattvic living, then you practice Krishna consciousness, devotional service in the mode of goodness. But if you are affected by the lower modes, Rajas and Tamas, then how can you, it is very difficult to develop Shuddha Bhakti. Therefore, we have to try to, Tada Rajas Tamo Bhava Kamalo Badayaschaye Chetare Tarana Vidam Stitam Sattve Prasidati. Jai Shishi Paramakaruna Nitai Gaura Chandra Ki. What does this Bhagavatam verse say? Look, I'll show you. This is what happens when you hear and chant about Krishna. 1:2:19. See this? As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. And then the next verse tells us, thus established in the mode of goodness, the man whose mind has become enlivened by contact with devotional service gains positive scientific knowledge. So we have to become situated in Sattva. In that sense, we try to cultivate Brahminical life.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. On Monday evening, you were discussing Arjuna, Dhananjaya, Dana, and then you said sadhana.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like you to take that sadhana in relationship to his question, and let's discuss a little bit on how that sadhana purifies one's consciousness to bring one to these Brahminical qualities that we're
Yeah, so that's a great example. Like Dhananjaya, Arjuna, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna doesn't say, now Arjuna become a Brahmana. No. He tells him, pick up your bow and be a Kshatriya, fight. So the conclusion of the Bhagavad Gita is that Arjuna doesn't become a Brahmana externally. He continues as a Kshatriya. But what does Krishna say? Tasmad sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha. Mamanusmara yudhyacha. Fight. But at the same time, remember me. Mamanusmara yudhyacha. So therefore, Arjun, he becomes Brahminical in the sense that now he has knowledge. And then he's continuing to fight as a Kshatriya. So therefore, he has become the most wealthy because now he's spiritually inclined like that. All right?
Can we also say that whatever position one may be, by the empowerment of the great soul, they can come to the highest path?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
We have seen in Prabhupada's case, even those who have inclinations to different aspects,
yes.
got them up to such a...
Yes. By association, one can also change their modes. One can also purify their consciousness. So it's possible. Yeah, definitely. Whatever we associate with.
Hare Krishna. So just like to
Okay, one, two.
kindly ask, I know we all have many questions. I also have a few questions. We would like to kindly request if we can pause the class for now, as Maharaj has a very intense schedule for today, beginning from this morning. So thank you very much for your understanding. We'll go for Guru Puja, and we can let Maharaj address your questions a little later. Thank you.
What we'll do is tomorrow morning for the class, we'll just begin with the questions. And then we'll continue with the Bhagavatam. Is that okay?
Maharaj.